that we went in, we were there with one of the guys we were with was a doctor, shows lots of bone growth after some of these surgeries, brain surgeries. We know that they were inside the skull because you can look in the skull and there are scratch marks and scrape marks on the inside of the skull, so they had to have been inside. It takes many years for bone regrowth, that much regrowth. I believe that I think that this one was, they said, was a woman, and she'd been operated on 3 different times. And there were 15 to 17 years of bone regrowth, so from the first time her skull had been opened. This one's nearly a complete closure. They said it would take 12 to 15 years for that much bone regrowth to grow back shut. Some kind of concoctions or something they've put down, who knows what's in that. Medicating somehow. What's so interesting is everything that they show here is anatomically correct. So all the surgeries and stuff that they have done, they show in a correct position. Another brain surgery. This is just a woman's hand there just to show you the size of the rock. You can see that girl's toes there. Well, wanted you to look at the wrist there and see what they're doing. Is that an IV? Did they know something about IVs and how to use them 2,000 years ago? We're just learning how to use this stuff again the last 200 years. The Bible is correct. Ecclesiastes is right when Solomon said that there's nothing new under the sun, and that we don't remember the things of old. We don't remember this. And here they've written it down on stone for us to look back at. Now this is a very interesting sequence of rocks here, stone carvings. That's a heart. Looks like 2 physicians working on a patient there. They're taking a heart out, and it appears that they're putting another one back in the sequence. Well, one of the doctors that we talked to said, well, they'd have a huge problem with that because an organ transplant, you have to have anti-rejection medication. You have to take that the rest of your life. Well, in a different stone that was not with these, it shows them siphoning off amniotic fluid off of a pregnant woman and bathing an organ in it and putting it back in. Now, I hate the term fetus. We're going to call it a baby because I don't think there is such a thing as a fetus. A baby is a life. When a baby is inside its mother, the amniotic fluid has anti-rejection medication in it to keep the woman's body from rejecting that and having a spontaneous abortion. How did the ancients know that? And they would bathe the organs in amniotic fluid so that the body would not reject it. Man and dinosaurs together. Little baby dinosaur there. Guy holding a little baby dinosaur. On Noah's Ark, Noah probably didn't bring a full-sized apatosaur, brachiosaur on the ark. Noah was a smart man. He was probably smarter than we are. He built an ark, had all those animals on there. They found the brachiosaurus, one of the biggest dinosaurs in the world. They found a brachiosaur egg, I believe it was in Argentina, and in the nest they found a baby brachiosaur that was 27.5 inches long. That guy's holding that's probably an apatosaur, but a brachiosaur wouldn't have been much bigger than that. So Noah probably had dinosaurs, the biggest animals that ever walked the face of the earth, in a little pen about so by so. Maybe not, but something to think about. Another picture of a dinosaur here. Fred and Barney riding a brontosaurus. Long-necked dinosaurs nursing their young. When I saw this rock, I stood there. I was almost in shock. Because I had talked about 2 years before, I had talked with some other guys who were dinosaur experts. And Bob Bacher, everybody know who Bob Bacher is? Big shot guy with National Geographic and all that. He thinks that some of the dinosaurs might have been warm-blooded. And I kind of agree with that. When I saw that, it was almost a shock. I just stood there and looked at that, and I was just amazed that dinosaurs would nurse, because I always thought that they laid eggs and just left their young. Maybe they were mammals after all. Very interesting to see how small they were. Ben said that sauropods only lay eggs, and there's a lot of indication of that the sauropods laid eggs in the fossil record. But we know that some chameleons lay eggs, and some chameleons give live birth. Some snakes lay eggs, and some snakes give live birth. The brown snake of Australia, I think that's a highly poisonous snake, lays eggs and gives live birth. Something strange there. You can read that in the Smithsonian Reptiles and Amphibians. Most lizards lay eggs, but some give live birth. These facts can be found in just about any book on reptiles. They show dinosaurs attacking men, so it was probably a dangerous world back there. Some of these rocks they think were carved only 800 years ago. That means dinosaurs walked with us not that long ago. Through the years, there have been many accusations as to why the stones are not authentic. And we'll cover a few of those. They've said, well, they showed rosette marks on their side, the round marks on their side. They showed the apatosaur with big head that can't have a big head. They showed them walking with their tails up, and they said their tails drag. Well,